But in the ruins of that light, a spark survived the endless night. The falling ash upon my face became the fuel I learned to chase. Where others crawled and lost their flame, I stood inside the burning rain. A broken world, a fractured cry, I rose beneath the fallen sky. They said the fire couldn't stay, but I was born from its decay. From embers of the fallen sky, I rise, a storm reborn behind my eyes. Where night collapsed and hope had died, I found the flame they tried to hide. No chaos, crown or darkened light can drown the fire I supply. I'll burn the fear they glorify. Rise from embers in the sky. The wind would whisper I should fade, a shadow built from what they made. But every scar they carved in me became my strength, my alchemy. I gathered pieces of the past and forged a fire built to last. They thought I drowned beneath the night, but darkness bends before my fight. I learned that storms can purify. I rise from ashes in the sky. And every broken piece I find becomes the weapon in my mind. From embers of the fallen sky, I rise, ablaze the stars cannot disguise. I carve the light, I bend the storm, a rebel born in fire's form. Where shadows scream, where angels cry, I rise from embers in the sky. The lightning write my destiny. Let thunder break what's left of me. If heaven falls, I won't retreat. I build a kingdom from the heat, a world reborn in crimson's fire, a soul the darkness can't retire. Now watch me climb the broken air, a silhouette of fire there. The night that once consumed my sight now burns beneath my rising light. A phoenix carved from where I'm thrown, I turn the ruins into a throne. From embers of the fallen sky, I rise, unchained, untamed, immortalized. Where all the world's only end, I found the spark I'd learned to defend. Through every tear, through every cry, I rise from embers in the sky. Firmly born, refuse to die. I rise from embers of the fallen sky. I rise from embers of the fallen sky. I walked a road where no one spoke, where every promise turned to smoke. The quiet pressed against my chest, a heavy truth I once repressed. Shadows learn my every move, they whisper sharp, the silence smooth. They carve their doubts into my skin and beg for me to cave within. But in the void they tried to make, I found the crack that silence breaks. The quiet never saved my soul, it only taught me becomes a spark, a rebel rising from the dark, no longer held by quiet chains. I scream my truth through broken planes. The world that tried to mute my aches now trembles as the silence breaks. This is where the silence breaks, where every wound's a warrior makes. From whispered ghosts to roaring skies, I rise with fire in my eyes. No night too cruel, no fear too great. I choose the sound that shapes my fate. I stand, I burn, I liberate. And this is where the silence breaks. I wear the scars they couldn't see, the silent wars inside of me, a restless fire beneath my ribs, a truth that every shadow grips. They try to claim the fate I own, to carve my name into a stone, but I was made from storms and steel, a heart they never learned to kill. I rise from wounds that never close, from battles no one ever knows. And every tremor in my chest becomes a vow I won't suppress. This is the blood of the unbroken, a force that lives in every token, a whisper turned into a roar, a soul they can't erase no more. I'm forged from every fall I've taken, a truth that can't be bent or shaken, through ashes, fire, pain unspoken. I bleed the blood of the unbroken. Blood of the unbroken. I learned to stand when I was weak, to find the words I couldn't speak. The world tried pulling me apart, but iron grew around my heart. I walked through nights that stole my life, found strength in losing every fight. The dark can bruise, but it won't claim the spark that still protects my flame. My scars are maps of where I've been, and proof I'll rise again, again. I feel the fear begin to fade. I'm stronger than the past I'm in. This is the blood of the unbroken, a truth too loud to leave unspoken, a final stand, a shattered chain, a soul reborn from rust and pain. No force of doubt can overtake it. The fire's mine and no one breaks it. Through storms I faced and fires I've woken, I bleed the blood of the unbroken. Let thunder shake the walls around me. Nothing left inside can drown me. If darkness dares to call my name, I answer back with molten flame. A legacy of burning skies, a rise if I break. The echoes of my past return in hollow steps that twist and burn. They rise from truths I left behind, from every weight I tried to hide. Colossal shadows made from pain, awake to walk my heart again. But in their roar I feel the call, a power waiting for my fall. But I don't run, I don't escape, I face the giants that I shape. Hollow giants awake, born from the doubts I couldn't shake. They march inside my soul so deep, through memories I failed to keep. But I won't break beneath their weight, I rise in storms they recreate. I turn their shadows into flame, hollow giants call my name. They tower over every fear, their breath is cold against my ear. Reminders of the parts I lost, of every dream I paid in cost. But though their voices shake my bones, I'm not the child they used to own. I've learned to stand in shifting ground, to bend the dark without a sound. The giants, born from old mistakes, become the strength my heart remakes. The shadows try to pull me in, I rise above where I've been. Hollow giants awake, their footsteps make the fault lines break. They come to test the fire I am, to crush the parts I won't disband. But every echo, every ache is fuel for battles I'll remake. I face the dark they emanate. Hollow giants, watch me elevate. They rise inside me still. But I bend the wheel, then let them break the sky above. I'll turn their fury into love. Giants awake, giants awake, but so do I. Hollow giants awake, but I'm the storm they cannot take. I walk through fire they create, and shape my fate they try to break. I stand where ancient shadows quake, a heart reborn, no fear to fake. I rise unstoppable and brave. Hollow giants, watch me world I'm finally strong enough to make. I walk through halls of shattered kings, through golden dust and broken rings. The throne I chased was just a lie, a rusted dream I let decay and die. The crown that never fit my head now lies in ruins with the dead. And though I lost the world I claimed, I'm stronger without what kept me chained. In every fall, in every frown, I learned to rise without a crown. They took the symbols I outgrew, but not the fire breaking through. From the ashes of the crownless, I rise with nothing left to hide. No kingdom here to claim me, no shadow standing by my side. to speak. But in the quiet, I rewired the parts of me they killed and fired. The empty space they left behind became the force that changed my mind. No scepter, thorn, or false belief, just scars that carve out new relief. I walk with nothing weighing down, a sovereign made without a crown. The throne I once burned away, but I found truth inside the grave. From the ashes of the crownless, where broken empires fade and fall, I rise without their armor, and I feel greater standing small. The wind becomes my kingdom, the night becomes my guide. From the ashes of the crownless, I rule the space they left inside. Let the royalty collide. Let the golden ruins fade. What I lost can't hold me back. What I am is self-made. No crown, no throne, still ground, still known. I rise alone, I still I shine. I rise alone, and still I shine. From the ashes of the crownless, I stand reborn without regret. No legacy to cage me, no past I'm trying to forget. I carry storms within it, and peace I never met. From the ashes of the crownless, I become what's rising next. In the ruins where the statues break, where holy steel begins to shake, I saw the heroes lose their flame, the ones the world forgot to name. Their armor cracked, their voices mute, their halos turned to dust and soot. But in their fall I saw the truth. No saint survives without their youth. They taught me not to fear the call. Even iron saints can fall. If legends crumble in the dust, then so can doubt, then so can rust. When the iron saints fall, rise above the broken sound. Through the thunder of it all, I feel my heartbeat shake the ground. If their glory couldn't save them, then I'll learn to save my own. When the iron saints fall, I carve my fate from flesh and stone. I carve it from flesh and stone. I walk the path where giants bled, where fallen angels bowed their head. They whispered, strength is born in pain, and marks my soul with burning rain. Their shadows taught me how to stand, without a shield, without again, where every dream remembers pain. The fountain's dried, the garden's gray, the angels lost their final say. A land once carved from golden truth now trembles like a dying youth. The lights still shine, but never glow. A phantom warmth I used to know. In paradise I heard the plea, not all that's holy sets you free. A kingdom made of fractured skies can still reflect 1,000 lies. In the hollow lights of Eden, where the shadows learn to breathe, I found the truth the saints believed in, buried underneath their wreath. A paradise is cracked and bleeding, built on secrets, built on ache. In the hollow lights of Eden, even heaven learns to break. I touch the walls of silver grief, where glory fades like fallen leaf. A choir sang with broken tones, a hymn of shattered, aching bones. They told me heaven isn't pure, it's just a lie we all endure. And in the place where angels weep, I woke a fire from the deep, a spark the halo couldn't keep, a flame too wild, too real, too steep. If Eden hides behind a mask, then I will tear it down at last. In the hollow lights of Eden, where the truth begins to scream, I trade the myths for scars of freedom and crown myself with what I dream. No fallen gate, no ghost or demon can claim the soul they tried to take. In the hollow lights of Eden, I rise from everything they break. Let the petals fall like warnings, let the sky forget its glow. Heaven sings by early mornings, paradise was just for show. If the angels fear the rising, let them run from what I made. Eden wasn't ever shining, it was only meant to break. Now every hollow light I see becomes a torch inside of me. If heaven fell to its deceit, then I'll rebuild it with my heat. A rebel crowned by broken wings, a king unbound. My holy sky in the hollow lights of Eden, where illusions fall apart. I stand reborn from what they've hidden, a fire written in my heart. If purity was just a present, then freedom is the dawn I take. In the hollow lights of Eden, I burn the skies that try to break. I walk through halls of silent kings, where broken crowns forgot their wings. The marble veins were cracked with ache, a kingdom built on what we break. Their shadows whispered, kneel or fade, a throne for those the night had made. But in the dust where monarchs died, I found the fire they denied. A spark refused to bow in shame, a rebel calling out my name. They thought the fallen couldn't rise. ashes always learn to climb. There's no throne for the fallen, but I won't die on bended knee. If the crown was never calling, then I'll forge my own decree. Let the ruins shake and crumble. Let the old world break in two. There's no throne for the fallen, but I'll build one from the truth. I saw their ghosts in fractured gold, their stories heavy, worn and cold. They tried to carve their fate in stone, but kings decay when left alone. I walked through every shattered vow, the echoes screaming, not you now. But what they lost I redefine. Their broken rain will mirror mine. For every scar they tried to claim, I set the sky itself aflame. Their crowns were forged in borrowed light. Mine rises from the darkest fight. There's no throne for the fallen, but I will rise above their lore. Let the night keep on recalling all the kings who came before. For every doubt that kept me crawling, I turn the silence into roar. There's no throne for the fallen, but I'm not fallen anymore. Let the broken kingdoms tremble. Let the ghosts of monarchs stare. I was never meant to follow. I was made to rip the air. If their glory turns to sorrow, mine begins where they despair. A crown reformed from hollow, a throne built from the dare. Now watch me rise through shattered walls as every ancient kingdom falls. The throne they swore I'd never claim becomes the altar of my flame. No longer tied to what was taken, no longer one of the forsaken. There's no throne for the fallen, but I ascend through fire and fight. If destiny was ever calling, it speaks in thunder, speaks in light. Let kingdoms kneel, let fate be shaken. Let the old gods lose their sight. There's no throne for the fallen, but I will reign tonight. Hey, in frozen halls where echoes sleep, where gods are buried far too deep, I walk the line of fractured light, a soul imprisoned by the night. The statues stared with hollow eyes, their marble cold, their silent lies. They begged me to remain confined, a relic of the cold divine. But something stirred beneath the frost, a flame reborn from what was lost. The ice that held my spirit tight cracked open when I claimed my fight. to carve my name in stone, to tether me to what was known. But every crack became a spark, a whisper rising through the dark. The ice that shaped my destiny now melts beneath the rise of me. No longer bound by winter's shrine, I breathe as more than they define. The cold can't claim what fire makes a god reborn through all it breaks. From the ashes of the cold divine, I tear through fate's forbidden line. Let frozen heavens fall behind. I walk where mortals never climb, through shattered myths and ruined time. My voice becomes the night's design. I rise in flames they can't confine, from ashes of the cold divine. Let ancient powers quake and bend. Let frozen empires meet their end. If darkness forged the void I knew, then fire is the truth I choose. A soul once chained by winter's rain now breaks the world that held its name. The frost that tried to keep me down now fuels the blaze that claims my crown. From silent stone to roaring flame, a god reborn without a From the ashes of the cold divine, I stand where broken stars align. No throne of frost, no sealed design can cage the spark that once was mine. Beyond the dusk, beyond decline, I blaze through every hidden sign. A legend forged in fire's spine, from ashes of the cold divine. Time tried to carve my name in stone, a tale unwritten, not my own. The hourglass above my throne spilled shadows I had never known. The sand fell fast, the world grew thin, a fading echo in my skin. They said I'd break before I rose, a story every prophet knows. But in the ticking of my fate, I lit a spark they couldn't take. The hours dying, fading slow, but fire grows where shadows go. I wear the crown of the burning hourglass, defying every second meant to pass. I flip the fate they swore would trap my path, and rise beyond the reach of time's collapse. This flame won't fade, this fire won't crash. I break the rules the ages tried to cast. A rebel soul, no timeline dare surpass. I wear the crown of the burning hourglass. The ticking tried to shape my mind, to cage my will, to keep me blind. But every grain that struck the floor awoke a beast that begged for war. I felt the years slip through my veins, 1,000 moments burn in chains. Yet in the ashes of my youth, I forged a path beyond their truth. The hourglass began to shake, a world reborn in choices I So do kings, and I was born to break these things. I wear the crown.